Okay, so now let's see about data structures in Clojure. So, look, every programming language has a way of representing data, right? And it kind of stores the data in your RAM. That is like the computers have two memory, right? So one is the hard disk where it's been stored permanently, but it's slow, right? But yeah, that's changing. So, and another one is a really, really fast memory. So, where is this three? Yeah, random access memory. So, another one is really, really fast memory. It's called as RAM, right? So, processor works really, really faster than hard disk or what to say. So, hard disk. So, like rather than keeping the processor waiting, so that like hard disk can learn and get that memory and all those things, we use a thing called random access memory. But today things are changing, and maybe in the near future I just feel like ssds and ram will merge and we'll just get like one type of memory. That's it. So that's the thing, and it'll be like a size of hundreds of gbs and all those things, right? So and it'll be far cheaper. That's what I just think. Okay, provided very smart people work on it. So yeah. So yeah, this random access memory is there. So each programming language has a way of storing what to say, like data into it. So, and each programming language offers some kind of data structures to programmers so that they can code easily. So that's the thing. And Clojure also offers some kind of data structures, and we'll be looking at it. So that's what this section is. So the first data structure is vector. So let me just create code called vectors.clj. Over here, right? Okay, so vectors uh, .clj, right? And yeah, so okay, let me just bring it over here, and I just want the Zen mode, okay, right? So I don't want these files, and what is this? Yeah, I don't want this. Let me just take everything and let me just delete. So look, this output.cala ripple is actually a file, so you can just delete it. So that's the thing, and still like you can uh, use it like a fresh slate, right? So that's how it is. So yeah, I'll just delete everything in it, right? Maybe you can even save it, right? So what is vector? Okay, so this is a very simple vector, right? So I've just put four elements in it, that is four numbers in it. So that's the thing. If you're a physicist or mathematician, you'll be having ideas of vector, but if you don't, just don't worry, right? So this is a simple vector, right? So there are four elements in it. The way to remember this is imagine like there is a shelf with a lot of pigeonholes or something like that. So that's the thing. So in the first hole you put one, and in the second hole you put two, maybe two pebbles. In third hole you put three pebbles, and fourth hole you put four pebbles. So or just imagine like you're just writing these numbers in paper and just putting inside those pigeonholes in the shelf. Okay, so that's how it is. And okay, so yeah, that's how it is. So in the first one you put one, second one you put two, and all those things. So as simple as this. Just imagine a shelf that contains some values in it. So that's the thing, right? And you can also create it like this. Like you can have a function. You have a function called vector, right? Vector in Clojure, and you can pass some values like one, two, three in it, right? So that's the thing. And wait, I don't want this autocomplete artificial intelligence autocomplete for this one, right? So let me just take it off. Okay, yeah, fine, right. Okay, so that's how it is. And it's not like okay, you can only store numbers or something. Look, over here I'm just storing one true and Bashir. Okay, so okay, one true and Bashir. Okay, so that's the thing. And look, Bashir is string. So like type, if I just put Bashir, it is going to be string, and one is a long or something like that. I call it an integer, and true, like, okay, like, let me just put like, okay, true and false. I call it Boolean, but I don't know how it's been represented in Clojure. Yeah, it is represented as Boolean, right? So that's how it is. So true and false, yeah, we'll see it later, right? What they are, right? If you don't know, just don't worry, right? So if something, look, if some logic is true, we just say it's true, and something is false, we just say false. Okay, so that's how it is. Don't worry about that, right? So it's called logical stuff. Okay, so yeah. So now what I just do is like, okay, like I just have like this code. Okay, I'm copying and pasting plus, but please never do this. Never copy and paste it. Type it on your own. If you have some autocomplete, disable it, or don't even use VS Code. If you can find editor that doesn't have all these autocomplete and all those nonsense, it just makes you type though, and not even like this should be enabled. If you ask me, like all this code coloring and all this, look, it is useful. It is useful in professional environments, but if you want to learn, I just say just disable all this. Okay, so just use some very nonsense editor or something like that. Like what I mean nonsense is very basic editor, so that uh, when you sweat you learn. That's what I just feel, but yeah, maybe I might be wrong, right? So that's the thing. So what you're just having is you're just having a vector: Ram, Bashir, Anthony, and Buddha, right? And you're just putting into a variable called friends. So I just do this, and now when I just put friends, I get this. Okay, that's a vector, so list of my friends and all those things. And now what I can just do is I can apply some functions. Okay, I can get what is the first element of friends. Okay, so that's the thing. So the first element is Ram, right? So yeah, and what are the rest of friends? Okay, so rest is nothing but everything other than the first. So yeah, so this Bashir, Anthony, and Buddha. So let me just try it. Yeah, Bashir, Anthony, and Buddha. Look, if you just look at the type of rest friends, okay, so let me just try it over here, right? Okay, so you just look at the type of rest friends, okay. It is okay. It says persistent vector. Okay, I don't know what it actually means. Okay, yeah, just leave it, right? So the just remember that the rest just omits the first one and gives others. Look, just don't think okay why I need this and all those things. We'll see, right? So that's the thing, right? Um, uh, so just don't what to say. Put a lot of stuff in your mind and make it cluttered and all those things. Just learn and then we'll just see, right? And yeah. So okay. So now I'm just want to take the third element of friends. Okay, so now here's the surprise. Okay, so the third element of friends. So there is a function called nth, and I just give friends. Okay, so friends, and I just want to take the third element. One, two, three, right? But look, it says Buddha. It gives the fourth element when I say third element, right? So why this is so? Okay, look, if I just put like okay, nth of friends and zero, right? It returns Ram. So actually, the first one is indexed as 0, the second one is indexed as 1, the third one is indexed as 2, and the fourth one is indexed as 3. So if you want to get nth element, just give n minus 1, right? So that's the thing. And so why it's numbered like 0 and so on, but not 1 and all those things? Don't ask me now, okay, because this is a basic Clojure course and all those things. But always remember in Clojure, a vector, the first element is what to say, has an index of 0, right? And that's the thing. If you want to access the nth element, you must give n plus 1, right? So that's the thing. So, okay. So now I'm just what to say, like, I'll just copy and paste it. I'm too lazy to type. I'm just putting a function called conj. Okay, so okay. Oops, I copied, but something happened, right? Conch, and then let me just put friends, and then let me just put Periyar, right? So that's the thing. Now what happens is, okay, this Periyar gets added to friends at the last. Okay, so that's what happens. So now I get Ram, Bashir, Anthony, Buddha, and Periyar, right? So uh, that's the thing, right? So it just gets added to the last. So con just being used. Okay, let me just try to see the documentation, right? Are we getting the documentation over here? Right. Okay, so yeah, so okay, I'm not getting the documentation, but yeah, conch is being used to add a element to the last. Okay, so now look, you have added element to the last, right? So now let's look at friends. Okay, now let's take a look at friends. It's still Ram, Bashir, Anthony, and Buddha. So the friends doesn't get modified at all, right? Okay, so right, it is just there. The conch just adds this period to friends, and it just actually returns a new vector. Imagine it like that. Okay, so that will be a great way to remember. So now what if you want to add to the first element? Okay, so let's say, so there is a function called cons. Okay, so cons. Okay, so and okay, so now we just put friends, and then we put, I think, oh, okay, so for this we need to put like this one, Periyar, and then friends. Okay, so now it gets added to the first one, right? So that's the thing, right? So just imagine what to say, like uh, cons adds stuff to the first, but cons adds stuff to the last. Okay, so okay, so maybe if you like, you can research what is immutability. So for this book of 20 chapters, I only got like, okay, 9 footnotes. Okay, that's really small. Okay, right. Okay, so if you want, you can just research. Oh God, oh God. What happened? So, if you want, you can research what immutability is, and so in Clojure, it's like kind of okay. Even if you pass a vector to a function so that things can be added or what to say removed, the original thing almost always stays. Okay, so it is unless and until I reassign my friends with these new values, it just stays. Okay, so that's the thing. This immutability is a very, very good concept. It helps us to create programs without much headaches. So, yeah, maybe you might not appreciate even reading this book because this book right now doesn't dive really deeply into closure. But I would like to write a book or what to say, append things into the book so that like it dives really deeply into closure. But yeah, let's see. Like, look, I'm working and I can't uh, uh, allocate a lot of time for closure, but I would love to, but I can't. So that's the thing. So yeah, these are vectors. So vectors is there. You can get the first element, the rest element. You to find the nth element, just give please n minus one, right? If you want to find the 100th element, give what to say 99. So why is it? Please, don't ask me now. So that's the thing. That's beyond the scope, right? So yeah. So okay. And okay, how to get total number of elements in closure vector? You can research that. Uh, okay, but I'll just tell you the answer, right? So, not a big secret. There is a thing called count. Okay, so and then you just give friends. Okay, so there are 4 elements. Okay, if you remember, you also can give count to hello, right? And it says there are 5 elements. So, what do you think about string and vectors? Are string and vectors something very similar? I don't know. You just think about it. Okay, so if I give, what will happen if I give friends 42, right? So, okay, execution error. Look, there is no 42nd or the 41st element. Okay, so sorry, there's no 43rd element. Okay, so that's the thing. So what will happen if I just give friends of two, right? So friends of two, it should fetch the third element, and it fetches. Okay, right. It fetches. Okay, right. So that's how it is. So just imagine friends too, and no need to give nth, and it just runs. So like this thing can even be written as like okay, okay, friends zero, and still it works. What a convenient way to do it. Okay, so provider, you know that okay, you're dealing with vectors. Okay, so yeah, that's how it is. So that's it in this video about vectors. Uh, let's see again.